Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Red Beard, back again with my good buddy Wes. He decided to share some more of his whiskey with us.
Oh, yeah.
And other stories, fun stuff. So we won't talk about those. Anyway, so this is Wilderness. You actually went to this distillery.
Yeah, I went to that distillery last August.
Wilderness Trail. So can you tell us anything about the distillery?
Yeah, so it was a newer distillery. I think they've been around 4 or 5 years, pretty new. But the two guys that opened the distillery, they've been in the business for years, helping other distilleries. Kind of what they do if they were having a problem with their different mash bills or whatever, they go in. They're basically a chemist.
Ah.
So they would go in and help them figure out what's going on. So they still do that also. So they have two businesses. And they decided just to open their own distillery also, and it's a pretty cool little place. I mean, it's not going to be something huge. It's a small kind of, I guess, boutique distillery, I guess is what you would call it.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty cool place.
Sounds good to me. It says it's a bottle. This one's specifically is bottled in bond. And on the side here, which I'm always curious, everybody always sees sour mash, but I think Jack Daniel's is pretty much known for being a sour mash. This one's a sweet mash.
Mm-hmm.
Which you know the difference from that?
No, I have a damn clue.
The difference between sweet mash and sour mash is a sweet mash uses a brand new mash every time they distill, whereas a sour mash has leftovers from distillations that are used in the following distillate. So they'll recycle whatever didn't get cooked off.
Okay.
Now, I mean, I don't think you can do that every single time, and eventually the mash is just going to be wore out. But from what I heard, it offers, and it might just be in the wording, a sweeter, less, I don't know if the sweet profile is the right word, but we'll see. I know Talo Caro down in Palestine, they use a sweet mash, so they every time they finish their distillate run, they'll always start back over. It smells good. It smells like bourbon.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't tell by the bottle I enjoy it. So.
He didn't like this one very much. Yeah. That's pretty tasty.
Yeah, and it definitely is. I mean, it definitely is sweeter taste.
It does. It have a. Yeah, it's almost like candy sweet.
Yeah, I think that's why I like it so much, because it's just I like it. I enjoy it. It's good.
I wonder if, I guess this has got to be it's a 4-year-old bourbon, so probably just right at 4-year-old. But still, for a 4-year-old Kentucky bourbon, that's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
What was the price point on that?
It's right around 50, mid-50s. I've seen it mid-50s to 70, depending on the store. One thing I do like though on here, so they do everything like pretty much in small batches, and they'll tell you exactly how many bottles were in that batch.
That is a small.
That's 250. That basically is one barrel.
That's probably 1 or 2 barrels.
Yeah, it's not going to be much out of that.
I'd imagine they use smaller barrels in their process because they're not distilling a whole lot of liquid. I mean, 250 bottles is usually the yield that you get out of a 53-gallon barrel on average. But
and I don't recall how big their barrels were. I mean, I don't even remember asking that when we're there. I know we toured the Rick House, but yeah, that picture, that's their steels.
That's pretty cool.
So
yeah. Well, hell yeah.
It's I don't know. I think it's pretty tasty stuff.
Well, I'm glad you shared it with me because I've passed it up, and I'd say over the last year, seeing it out on the shelf, I've definitely walked past it and like, it's pretty new. I'm just gonna save my money and buy shit I like.
Well, I did the same thing before we went there. Like I'd seen it on the shelf and then never bought it, and
Yeah.
then after we went there, I think now that was in August, and this is probably my third, fourth bottle since then. So it's definitely one I always keep in the bar now.
Yeah, it's got that Kentucky feel to it, but with like definitely a sweeter, almost It's even sweeter like than the Buffalo Trace stuff. It's like a mash bill one. They have some really sweet bourbons on that one, but I think it's even sweeter than that.
This is one that I enjoy when I come home from work. It's a good one. It's especially when it's hot like this in the summertime.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt you too bad.
Right on. Well, shit, I think we've talked it up enough. Wilderness Trail. This one is the bottled and bond. Check it out. Probably won't be able to get this one. Here's a barrel number for you. 17B05. So if you see it out there, and that's another thing I like about this. They give you a lot of information. So if you find bottles, and I've talked about this recently, this isn't a single barrel, but if you find the batch number or the bottle number or the barrel number or whatever, not the bottle number, but the barrel number, you can usually stick with you'll get about the same flavor profile throughout each bottle. So it's one thing I've said in my last Russell's Reserve single barrel video. If you buy a single barrel, odds are the bottle right behind it is going to be the same juice. So if it's really good, go back and buy the rest of it.
That stuff's so damn good. I think I popped 4 bottles now in the last week.
Well, this asshole texted me out of the blue, hey man, you ever had Russell's Reserve single barrel? And I was like, apparently you don't watch my fucking videos because I just posted a video of it yesterday. Oh, it's good stuff. Yeah.
Unfortunately, shit happens.
What are friends for? Oh, well, that's all we got. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to Wes for having me over. It's always a fun time. I just get to drink his whiskey. So, appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
And until next time, be safe. Don't drink and drive. Like always, drink some whiskey. Share it with your friends and family. Like Wes did. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.